This is a SureCan. People are raving about it. It could possibly be the best gas can on the market. Today we're gonna find out. These are the 4 gas cans that we carry at our store. We have a cheap can, we have the no spill can, we have the SureCan, this is a new product for us, and we have Eagle's metal can. This is a type 1. They also make a type 2 and they are about $150. What we're gonna do is fill these cans, we're gonna check their flow rate, we're gonna see, are these more expensive cans worth their money? Let's fill them up. Okay, funny enough, all of these cans are made in the USA. This one has a flame arrestor down in it. It's plastic or nylon. It looks like it's glued in. Probably not gonna be in there forever. So this has a button system, but it takes 2 hands to press it. You would hold it down like that. It's quite a lot of strain here. One single fill point. It must vent through this cap. So there's a little ratcheting piece on here that I have to press down in order to take this off. Same thing, down in the hole there is a flame arrestor screen. You have a rear handle, you have a cap cover, and then you have this white visible sight line where you can see your level. On the SureCan, this is actually a type 2 rated can. It's the only type 2 that we carry. It's OSHA safety approved. It has a spring-loaded fill hole. So if a fire were to start here at the pump and I pulled this out, this cap would come cap it off and shut the flame off. This is how you start flowing your fuel. You have this drop down hose so that it can sit somewhere while your fill is down here. It started leaking because I hit the button. Has a cap. It doesn't have a translucent piece here. On the Eagle metal can, you got to remove this funnel. This funnel allows for really fast pours. You pull back here, hold it here. The only struggle is getting this on and off. All right, now that we have a gallon of gas in all of our cans, let's go do some testing. So I turned 40 this year. I grew up in the 90s and 2000s, dealt with gas cans, filling boats and go-karts and all that kind of thing. And our gas cans never had these kind of systems that gas cans today have on them that keep them spill proof. Proper vent breathing systems. They had the little cap on the back and they had the little telescoping hose on the front, maybe. The cap was broke off. These gas cans today are a whole different animal. So we went and put a gallon in all of them. We're gonna see how leak proof they are. And this matters if it's in the back of your SUV and you slam on brakes and it flips over until you get home from the pump. And then your car smells like gas for the next eternity. I'm not getting a drip. And we'll just leave that one on its side. All right, how about the metal can? The metal can's got a real stable base. The odds of it flipping over are less. It's got a spring-loaded rubberized door. It seems to hold as well. The no spill can, I know it's good. As long as I got this on tight, should be no leaking there. So these don't flow fuel until you hit the button. And then this is our cheapest gas can that we carry. It seems to hold. Not a single drop out yet. I did want to run you guys down on price real quick. This is a $29 can. This is a $49 5-gallon can. The smaller ones are less on both of them. This is a $69 can. SureCan does make a diesel can, a kerosene can. They make a clear can with a spout so that you could have a water tank for washing your hands while you're out. And then this is an Eagle Just Right can. 5 gallons is $79. They also make them in diesel, and they make them in a Type 2. So a Type 2 would have a separate filling area back here, and it would have a metal accordion kind of snake looking spout, and they're about $150. So flow rate can be annoying. When a gas can is just flowing too slow, either it's not venting properly or the fuel's just coming out a small spout. Say you're filling your boat and you're putting 40 gallons in and you got to sit through 8 of these cans, you may care about the flow rate. So we're gonna test that real quick. None of them talk about flow rate except for the no spill, which brags about 3 gallons per minute. So we're gonna just start at the bottom and we'll make our way to the top. So I'm already not a huge fan of this Alcatraz mechanism here. So it has a piece here to protect you from pressing the button, but it really takes 2 hands to do it. So now I got my hand on it. I got the button all the way down. This is a 1 gallon jug. We got 1 gallon of gas in this can. The can does look a little sucked in right now. Not bad. Thankfully, I only had 1 gallon. If I had 5 in here, this would be too heavy to do. I would say it's done. My thumb was actually getting tired after just that short a time because that button, the spring pressure in it is quite intense. I would definitely have to be switching thumbs if I was filling lots of cans into something. Now let's do the no spill can. So it says 3 gallons per minute. This is 1 gallon, so 1/3 of a minute is 20 seconds. Let's see if the no spill can fill this jug in 20 seconds. I already like it more because I have this handle back here. And I can hit the button with 1 hand, I don't need 2 hands. So a little easier to get started. There is a rest right here, so it's holding the can up for me. Here we go. Ready, starting now. Well, it started out strong. The no spill can also has a feature that when the fuel hits the tip of the nozzle, it will quit flowing, just like when you're at the gas pump. This does seem a bit faster. It is easier on my hands. Fatigue-wise, I like it a good bit better. One thing I don't love about this can is say you have to fill your vehicle. Say you run out of gas, you walk to the gas pump, you get one of these. The angle of this spout doesn't allow you to fill what's in the bottom here. You kind of have to turn it sideways and cheat it in. You know, it's not perfect for filling certain things. It's really good in the outdoor power space where we are. It's good for filling mowers, it's good for filling little 2-stroke engines because this spout gives you such control that I can fill a small little string trimmer engine right to the top and shut the fuel off. So it's appropriately named no spill because of all that control. All right, next, we'll save the SureCan for last. Let's move on to this metal can. I actually always love filling, like say I gotta fill a car and I have a metal can, it's really nice having the funnel. You can pour it at a really fast rate, the funnel catches it, and you can watch your level fill up in here. You know when you're getting high, you need to pull back a little bit. One warning with a metal can. This has happened to me a number of times. If this sits in the sun, it's gonna build up quite a bit of air pressure right here. So if you don't open this to vent that pressure, like I can hear it, like when you crack a soda, and you tilt it up like this, all of that air pressure sitting up here, and when you open that valve, it is a fire hose of gasoline. Okay, so it is leaking in that position. All right, ready, set, go. All right, not too bad. Got a little awkward there. So just to reiterate a point here is, the really nice thing on a SureCan is a lot of times you can rest it somewhere. Like say this was on the dock and your boat's here and your fill's here. Yeah, that'd be really convenient. Or if it was on your mower and you could put it on the armrest or on the tank itself, and then your fill cap is here, you wouldn't have to hold the can while you wait. In our case, you know, we could almost prop it right here, but it's not quite there. So we're really just testing flow rate, but you get the idea of how convenient it could be. So we're going to take this cap off. 1, 2, 3. It's nice and comfortable. I would say it's a little slower than the others that we saw. But if you're comfortable, you're not in a hurry, right? Now to break it all down. Which one of these do I think is most durable? I would have to say the metal can is going to be the most durable. And then I would have to say followed by probably the no spill. I still think this can is very durable. It just has more moving parts. This lid, this replaceable lid, is the only thing that could go wrong here, and you can buy just this lid for $15. And then this would be the least durable. As far as comfort, I'm going to rearrange for comfort. I would say the comfort and ergonomics of the SureCan totally wins that battle. You rest it on something, you bring your hose down, you hit the button, your thumb doesn't get tired, your shoulder doesn't get tired. Arthritic, people with arthritis could use this, elderly, children, women. Then I would say the no spill. You have the rear handle. You can rest it in places as well. And then you just hit the button one-handed. Then the metal can, it is comfortable. You know, you have your hand here at the lip. You do have the funnel, but there are some awkward angles here too where you're gonna spill and get it on yourself. Also, refueling is not as fun. You know, taking this off, sticking the nozzle in there. But lots of people love these cans anyway. And then would be the generic can, which there's a lot of cans like this on the market. You do have no rear handle. You do have a little lip here for your fingers, but you really have to come in here and hold it two-handed and depress this safety piece before you're flowing. So the least comfortable of all. And one final category that may or may not matter to you is, do you get gas on you? Do you get it in your car? Do you leak it on the ground when you're filling? And I would say it matters to me. Your shoes get gas on them, they stink all day. I would say, I think I would have to put them in that order there. The no spill, when the fuel shuts off, it shuts totally off. Same here. I just doubt that the seals in this mechanism are going to last as long, so you're going to end up leaking out of the valve head there. This one, it could be leak free if you're very careful. If you press this button, you put fuel into this hose. Then when you bring the hose down, it leaks. But once this is your can and you're comfortable with it and you don't press this down, this one could come along and beat it. Something like that. But I'll leave it here for now. There are some moving parts that sit at the base of this can. It does say it has a 3-year warranty, but I am a little suspect of the seal down here. I think it'll be fine. And then the metal can. This is, again, if you own this can, you're careful, you know your way around it, you're going to vent the air, and then you're going to pour nice and slow. But as that gas is pouring into that funnel, it is splashing, and it is coming up over the sides. And there is room for error to where you go to the side, you overfill the funnel itself, or you forget to vent the air and you get the tidal wave of gasoline on you. So as far as best overall value, accounting for price and all of the features, I am going to put no spill as the winner. Followed by a tie for second place between a SureCan and a metal can. These two are probably nicer than the no spill because they're more comfortable or they're more durable, but they're also more money. And this one is pretty comfortable and pretty durable, and it's less money. Followed by this one. Well, there you have it. That is my gas can breakdown of what I think are the best gas cans on the market. Every gas can has pros and cons, and there is a gas can that is right for your preferences, whether it's comfort or speed of pour or durability. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.